Okay, so I'm going to do a demonstration of one of the lesson plans. All right, so um, I'm going to consider this one, the P1, for example. So now we have details of the P1 lesson plan already. So now we are going to create it. So the first indicator here or dimension is the fluency. So fluency, I have to go to the rubric descriptor to check what it means. So fluency focus on the number of meaningful ideas or the number of meaningful instructional ideas, right? The number of meaningful instructional ideas. So we go to the lesson plan, then we check the number of meaningful instructional ideas. So if I want to have more information about it, I'll just check the written notes. So here I'm to count the number of meaningful instructional ideas across the lesson. So not just the number of bullet points. So it doesn't mean I'm just counting bullet points. No. So let's count meaningful instructional ideas. So here it starts with some questioning, right? So if you could visit any planet, which would you choose and why? So it's about planet choice. So one for fluency, right? Then I go to the next phase. This one shows a video, short video. Two, because these are all applicable, right? These are meaningful instructional ideas. So there's another one for fluency. Then the hand learners with flashcards, another one. There's another activity, the teachable one, the meaningful one. Then do the explanation, right? And then there's a presentation of a diagram. So when we check here and to group or classify the activities, realize that this one is about um, questioning. Then the second one, showing video and images, and then showing flashcards, and then doing explanations, then showing diagrams, then doing discussions, and then you see flashcards have been repeated here, so we don't have to count it again. And then there's a recap, and then learners work in pairs. So work in pairs. So this one will not be considered because it doesn't actually give any kind of um, instruction or activity that is that meaningful. Then learner works in pairs. So these are actual activity, work in pairs. Then um, they assign the students to draw and label. So we check if drawing has been captured already. So I go up and check. Um, so drawing just appeared for the first time. So I'll count that one too. But then let's check which of these actually matches perfectly with what the teacher demonstrated. So for fluency, very few activities, mostly single or routine action per phase. So I think there were a lot of actions. It doesn't suit this one. So we check the next one. More than one idea, but largely they are standard textbook routines. Or they have limited varieties, but we know there are a lot of varieties in the instructional ideas. So several distinct pedagogical meaningful activities across the 5 phases. Then we check the last one. Many diverse, well-informed instructional ideas within and across the 5 phases. But we realize that if we check here Well, the instructional ideas seems to be one for each phase. The meaningful ideas were at least one for each phase. They, for example, this phase, the teacher used just questioning. At this phase, the teacher used short video, flashcards, and then did some explanation. So in the explore phase, I think there were other meaningful, diverse ideas, right? But then it didn't cut across all the phases. It didn't cut across all the phases. And then the explanation phase, you use diagrams, you did a discussion, you use flashcards. And then for the elaborate phase, there was only one activity, learners work in pairs to further comparison chart. So evaluate phase. So even though there were many diverse activities, it's used this one because activities across the five key phases. So there were several distinct activities across the five key phases. So at this point, I am going to rate this lesson fluency at 3, right? And then the evidence note, I'll just say is because it has several meaningful instructional ideas, but it didn't cut across all the phases. Some phases were more dominant than the others. If it cut across all the phases, it means it qualifies to be graded as very crazy, right? Good. So that is for fluency.